Hello, 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 everyone. Let me just triple check. Not getting any echo. Okay, we're all good. Hey, everybody. Hope you all are having a great day. Trying something a little bit different here. And this is now, I gotta say, this is now the second time I've recorded this video. And now this stupid plus minus symbol is back. Ay, ay, ay. This camera I got is not doing so hot with this stuff. Anyway, this is probably about the second or third time. I think it's the third time I've done a video so far. The first one I did had a bunch of echo. The second one I did, it just did not render properly. I have no idea what was happening. Like, the entire video was just super glitchy with the background and with me. So anyway, hopefully this one goes better. Sorry it took so long to get it out to everybody, but I do appreciate your patience as always. So I'm gonna kind of just get right into it here. This is a video update. So typically announcements and updates and stuff like that, they would come in the form of a text, in the form of written text on the announcements channel. However, I feel like we have a large amount of detail to cover here, and I want to be as thorough as I can with as much information as I can. And I feel like reading that is just not going to happen. It's become pretty clear to us that when the announcements start to get lengthy, people don't really read them. So, we're going to try a video update, and if this starts to work and people are liking it, then we will continue to do updates. Well, most updates this way. I won't say that every single update will come this way, but it might be a fun way to do it. Anyway, so something I wanted to start off with off the bat, because I feel like this is something that's been addressed in AMAs and voice channel chats, but hasn't been really released as a full in-depth announcement, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this. So first and primary, we are a business. We are an established LLC known as Beta Creative. Peekaboos Universe is the first project we are launching under that brand. Up until this project, every single founder here was investors and moderators and stuff like that in other projects. However, this is our first project we have officially launched. With that being said, being that it's the first, there are bound to be a couple of little hurdles to overcome. We did not make that challenge easy on ourselves by choosing to go about creating a project a totally different way. And that was challenging limitations and literally doing things differently. Organic, natural, like word of mouth basically is what built this project. And we built it up to 12,000 members before Mint. And that was all just through simple postings, no paid promotions or mass DMs or invite competitions or level grinding, none of that. Just super simple word of mouth human interaction. And aside from that, we've done a couple of other things differently as well. And I think for that reason, our project has struggled a little more than most. However, we were doing completely fine until Mint. It is our opinion upon reviewing it and going back and just tracking all the information and the timeline of everything that happened around then, and this has been something we did in that moment. When Mint happened, we launched at 4 a.m. UTC on February 5th of 2022. Now, that Mint slowed down because it was 4 a.m. UTC. We selected that time specifically with the thought in mind that our developer, the person who created the contract, the person that would be able to fix an issue if any had occurred, was going to be online for the maximum amount of time during those times. That was early in the morning for him, and he was going to be online till evening, so it made the most sense to us. However, the issue that we knew was there but didn't think would become as big of a problem as it did is 4 a.m. UTC, not every single, whitelisted member was online at that time. There were only a select few, and I think for that time, only about it was between 4 to 700 got minted around that time. Now, after those 4 to 700 were minted, everybody that was awake ended up minting. Obviously, they couldn't mint anymore. We had limitations on it, or they had limitations on the money they could spend, and thus the mint slowed down. This created a snowball effect immediately. Members that were coming online later on in the day, at least UTC time, those members that came on later on in the day saw a slow mint. They saw that it had slowed down and not everybody was minting right then and there, and it's simply just because of the way the timeline worked out, but this created the snowball effect and the idea in people's minds that there was an issue and there was a reason to not mint. So, obviously, that's going to hurt a project a substantial amount, and it definitely put a dent in what we were doing. Immediately following that, I want to say a day or 2 days later, we had a moderator in our community, and I'm not going to name names of discords or this person in particular, but we had a moderator in our community who was a part of another project. That project ended up getting hacked. His account was compromised, and thus, being a moderator on our account, whoever compromised that account was able to come and mess stuff up over here. The only way this took place and the only actions that were committed was this person hopped in a chat channel that wasn't even popularly used at the time. They hopped in there, they spouted off some racial slurs. This was caught by moderators immediately. The account was banned, and the chat channel was closed, and the messages were deleted. We handled it instantly. However, we did not address this announcement and letting everybody know we weren't hacked and we had no problems. We didn't address this soon enough. And so what ended up happening is a good amount of people got under the impression that we got hacked and they jumped ship, which makes total sense. You got to protect yourself and make sure everything's okay. So those people jumped ship, and it just added to the snowball effect. From there, there was issues coming one after another. Essentially, it wasn't really issues coming one after another, though. In all honesty, it was just that we had a slow mint, and members had left the Discord, and so people were freaking out. And they're like, "What are you guys going to do to fix it? What are you guys going to do to fix it?" We didn't actually break anything. There wasn't a problem in the Discord, and we tried to explain that to everybody asking questions. However, we chose to listen to the community, and they had concerns, and so we wanted to address those concerns. And so that was getting people back in the Discord, bringing the hype back to Peekaboos, and letting everybody know that there wasn't a problem. So the way to do this was through marketing, and this was an idea that we ourselves had thought of, but also one that the community had spoken up quite a bit about. So we decided to hire an external agency to do like in-depth marketing. Um, this strategy was put together by a team of marketers that work out in, outside of the cryptocurrency world. They work with real world businesses like Verizon, Porsche, Ford, GM, people like that. They build marketing and ad campaigns for them. We contracted them. We paid them $10,000 US, which is roughly 3 ETH, I think, at the time. Um, to do this marketing program. It was going to be a 2 week long campaign. He had a team of numerous individuals working on the marketing for us. Individuals specific to TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and additionally like working on graphic art and everything like that on the background for us. Unfortunately, just because their expertise did not specifically lie in NFTs, this came off rather unsuccessfully. And his team struggled a great deal with it. And for that reason, still trying to get exact details. I wish I could give you guys a straight up answer on it, but they essentially just gave up, it seemed. And so obviously we're put in a difficult position because we have community members wanting to know what the hell is going on, and we're wanting to obviously fix the issue that's there. So for the time being, until we refill that position of having an ongoing marketing campaign, Jay, who was doing the marketing leading up to Mint, who got us the initial 12,000 members in the Discord, has taken back over marketing. We're trying a couple of different approaches this time. We're not doing it the exact same way we did it in the beginning. We wanted to explore a couple of options that community members have brought to us, so that is what we are doing now. In addition to all this, it's been a month since Mint, and people are wondering about utility, which rightfully so. Don't blame me. Or hold on, before I get into the utility portion of everything, I do also want to address that the decisions we made based on the status of the Mint and what was happening were planned situations for if the Mint just genuinely went bad. Like if we did something and Mint started to slow down. Um, it Mint slowed down for a reason we didn't even calculate happening. There was literally not a problem with the Discord or the hype at the time or anything like that. It literally was just the timing, and how unfortunate that was. So the contingency that we put in place was to cut the supply and turn it into a Genesis collection and do different traits for the main collection to bring additional rarity to the Genesis collection and the people that were willing to mint within that area, bringing more value to them in the long term. So we cut it to a 2,000 piece supply, but unfortunately at this time, a lot of damage had been done and people were reluctant to continue minting. And of course the paper hands, doing what they do best, started offloading NFTs. Now, there has been quite a bit of feedback from community members saying, it's not paper hands, it's people that are just scared about their investment because the team's not doing anything and XYZ. And I'm wanting to put that to rest. Something that I've recently spoken about in a couple of AMAs is that there is a very obvious gap between the knowledge that collectors and holders and investors have and the knowledge that founders have. There are a lot of things that we do on the back end that we don't tell the community about because, plain and simple, we would like to have surprises. And also, we don't want to tell you things when we're trying to figure out how it could work or if it can work. We don't want to tell you those things and then not be able to do them for some reason, because then you get hyped up about something that sounds really great, but then in practice wouldn't actually work for us, right? So we have tons and tons of discussions on the back end and come up with numerous ideas, thoughts, and plans. And try and stay updated with the community and at least let them know what we are doing and what's going on and what progress is being made. However, currently we're in a state where the community is still under this impression that there is a really, really, really big problem. And so they're wanting an update every second. They want to know, like, that essentially the way it feels to the team right now is the community is expecting us to be releasing new utility or something every single day, which just, even if the project was 100% sold out right now, wouldn't be the case. We still have to invest the time and the money into the people to make things happen. Game development, we have to have game developers develop the game, right? Our team has to work with other people to get these things out there. Unfortunately, we're not 100% in-house yet. Eventually we will be, but there are things that we have to wait on. Tokenomics is a really good example of that. Tokenomics takes time and developing. Additionally, we had SEC that was supposed to be making updates to regulations and stuff here soon, and we had to wait for that. We couldn't just release a token and then be non-compliant with the SEC regulations, because then legally we're fucked and the community is fucked. So that didn't sound like a good option, so we had to put a pause on that, and we illustrated that in numerous announcements. However, we've still seen community members who are freaking out about this and feeling like, we should be doing something right now, whereas in all reality, our hands are kind of tied. Obviously, we want to please you guys. We want this utility to be there just as much as you, because it means we're doing a good job on our end, right? But we couldn't just release something and then possibly be non-compliant. So now we're in a place where the SEC has released its new regulations as of 2, maybe 3 days ago now, I want to say. And we have our lawyers reviewing those regulations to make sure that we can put forth action with our initial token idea that we had. And if we can't go that route, we do have contingencies that would be essentially making the creative token into the creative coin and operating it specifically within the beta creative universe. And there's numerous different ways we can do that could still bring value to community members. It just means it wouldn't be a token. It wouldn't be immediately transferable to ETH, right? There would be additional processes and such that have to go into it. So we're exploring all the different contingencies for it, and we're hoping that we can have an announcement out to the community later this week of exactly what token option we have and what's going to be happening. Additionally, the Coffee Labs Roasters utility, where all community members get 10% off Coffee Labs Roasters online store, which is a premium coffee brand. Please go and check them out. It's coffeelabsroasters.com, I want to say, or coffeelabs.com. The link is actually in our official links if you guys would like to go and have a look. Mike Love, or the Naked Z, a wonderful member of our community and our newly appointed founder. Big congratulations to him. Z is somebody that, since he entered into the Discord, he's done nothing but want to give to the community and give to the project and add that value. And for that reason, he was quickly brought into a monitor status and then an operations manager, and we have now moved him up to founder with the team on beta creative. He is somebody who is always wanting to kind of push forward, as well as us, and unfortunately we have a lot of talent sitting back here and a lot of people that are wanting to push forward, and we're held up by a couple of things that are, quite frankly, just slightly out of reach or just require a little bit more time. So anyway, big congratulations to Z for becoming an even bigger part of the project and an even bigger part of the community and a bigger part of the team. And we definitely want to, or at least I want to, take this moment to reach out now and say congratulations to him, even though I already said that earlier today. And just let you know, Z, we really appreciate you. Anyway, so So aside from that utility, or so with that utility, we are currently working on the portal aspect of the website. So where you guys will sign in with your MetaMask wallet and gain access to the membership side of the Beta Creative website. Here we like future wise, we're gonna have this is going to be where all alpha and member specific items are held. Currently, it will be utilized specifically for the Coffee Labs Roasters 10% off discount codes. As well as shipping details and everything like that for the members that receive the golden coffee mug trait, which will be done in a giveaway that we do most likely this upcoming week. We still have some other giveaways that I want to get to, but I do want to get the coffee utility out there as well. So just know that that will be coming. Now, and the website update should be coming later this week, early next week as well. So you guys should be able to see that as well as all the information being updated on the website. Additionally, the team has seen it as a good idea to invest our time into creating a white paper, or what we're going to call a boo paper. Essentially, it's going to be a combination of the roadmap and the FAQ. We basically have all the information out there and available for everybody already. But if we're going through everything, and if there's an area we can give more detail without, promising something that we're not sure we can deliver or anything like that. Like essentially, we want you guys to have all the facts, but we don't want to be telling you we can or we're going to do something that we don't know for certain if we can or cannot, right? We know we're going to do a token. We just don't know how that token's going to look, but we're definitely going to go the currency route. So that is why we explain it, right? Anyway, so essentially what this white paper or boo paper is going to be is a just very detailed explanation of the project, the 5-year plan, like what exactly the point is of Beta Creative. And we're hoping that with this information, the community can feel a little bit better about who we are. Being that we're fully doxxed and we've been exceedingly transparent from the get-go, we have a number of you that are very strong supporters of the team specifically and of the project, and we really appreciate you guys sticking it out, even though it has been relatively difficult. We totally understand the struggle and really appreciate the support. So additionally, with the utility, our Metaverse Land, which is network, that is NETVRK. I strongly recommend everybody check them out on Twitter. They are a truly incredible Metaverse platform, or soon-to-be Metaverse platform that has been in development for the last 2 years. Now, this year, they are nearing completion of that development with the launch of beta coming at the end of Q2, beginning of Q3. And then it is scheduled to go live at the end of the year. So our fingers are all crossed for that. Really looking forward to beta when we get to log into the world and actually start creating and messing around with things and really seeing what's all capable. So far, if you guys take a look at the white paper, if you take a look at their website or join their Discord or their Twitter, like you can see what's capable on this platform. It's going to be absolutely revolutionary, and we are excited to be one of the first to be able to utilize that platform. Additionally, we have started communications with the network team, and we are hoping that we can establish some sort of partnership with them specifically. Just kind of throwing both of our names together there. This will obviously help with marketing and standing out, but it'll also help us when actually operating on that platform. Being directly partnered with them gives us early access to specific utilities that their service provides, as well as direct access to their team to get assistance with uploading and really just working to grow the NFT space and the metaverse space. So because that's not going to be available for a while, we obviously already have a Muse platform that exists, and we can design a couple of different rooms on there. So we have the initial kind of scavenger hunt haunted house room that was really just in the early stages of Muse. We were playing around with what was capable. Since then, they've made quite a few updates, and a lot more has become possible. So for that reason, we've gotten a much bigger room. And we are actually building a maze into there for one, so that's another kind of contest activity that members of the community will be able to participate in. Additionally, we will create a couple of other rooms for virtual meetups and information like this. We're hoping that we can do AMAs and live and announcements virtually live. However, the Muse platform has not yet updated its chat capabilities, nor does it have currently all the characters in the Muse platform are huge cylinders. So shortly, we are being told that they will be making it so that we could either upload the boos, or they will at least have like a character that looks somewhat human or something, and not a gigantic floating cylinder. So we will be utilizing that platform for more things in the future. But on top of that, we have explored and found a route definitively, like, we can have this built, as soon as voting and everything is done, we will have this built, we will have this running and good to go with the community and everything. But we talked about utilizing a Minecraft server, not NFT worlds, for multiple reasons. One, to get a plot of land that would actually give us what we are needing to do, we'd have to invest about 12 ETH, which, yes, we have, but it would get us really close to what's left, and we feel we need that capital there in order to invest in the tokenomics and in order to invest in marketing. If we end up having to do, explore some different routes there and anything else that could really come up, we don't want to empty all those funds out without, and basically leave ourselves up a creek without a paddle. So we won't be going the NFT Worlds route for that reason and a couple of others. But we will be creating a community Minecraft server that can host any number of people. We are going to go with web hosting and pay for the service that gives us the most amount of RAM capable so that we can host as many people as possible. Additionally, we do have an artist who is very experienced in building in the Minecraft or Vox Edit worlds, who can create a spawn location for us and create a world for us. Now, what you should be seeing coming up in an poll announcement here in a couple of days is the option to have us build the world, or have us build a spawn, or to just leave it completely open for the members of Peekaboos universe to kind of create their own. If we go with the spawn route, then we will make it so that just the spawn is a safe area. You can't do anything, build anything, or destroy anything over there, but the rest of the world will be open to the community to build and do what they'd like on. Or we could go the route where we build essentially the whole world, and so wherever there is a city, we would put a marketplace, and wherever those cities are, they would be safe zones, not able to be destroyed. However, the rest of the map would be able to be mined. We've also discussed the possibility of introducing the economy into this and having it transferred to the creative coin or creative token, whichever one it ends up being, based off of conversations that will be had later this week. But essentially, we're able to create a marketplace using this Minecraft server that will build a economy for the coin. The other thing we are wanting to do with a coin or token is create a marketplace itself, existing through our website, possibly on another blockchain with lower fees. The reason for that is we are exploring ideas of, maybe community members being able to create traits for the Peekaboos and have them as not only uploadable on their boos, but they can list them for sale on this marketplace, and other community members can purchase these traits and utilize them on their boos as well. And that's just like the surface level of the idea we have for it. We were discussing quite a bit about it today, and it is a conversation that is going to continue to be held throughout the week. As always, we love community's input, and additionally, we do know that a fine number of community members have already actually posted trait ideas that they really liked in the beginning over in the ideas channel. So we will be taking a look at that and hopefully utilizing a couple of those designs that were submitted by the community, or design ideas at least that were submitted by the community. Now, granted, guys, we're not sitting in the best spot we could be sitting in right now, but we're also not doing crazy bad. Now, we know the floor price doesn't look good, but we encourage everybody to see reason and look at it, right? Out of the total 1,500 piece collection, we have somewhere around 60 that are actually listed. And of those 60 that are listed, there's 15 to 20 that are below 0.1. It's not an ideal floor price right now, but it's certainly not the worst it could be, and it's certainly not where it's going to stay. In all honesty, this team is very, very determined to make Peekaboos Universe work, to make Beta Creative work. We registered this as a business. We started doing this because we wanted to positively affect the space, and we wanted to do things different. We wanted to show people that you don't have to be resigned to the highway. We can make paths wherever we want and create positive change throughout this space. We are working on marketing and pushing to get the floor price bought up. We have partnered up with Blue Chimps. Currently, that is actually waiting the review of their contract by our lawyers. And as soon as that comes back to us here, either by tomorrow or the day after, we will be finalizing the contract with Blue Chimps. I will let you guys know right now I'm almost at the end of this update, and my camera battery light is flashing because apparently it doesn't continue holding a charge when it's plugged in. So anyway, I apologize if my video cuts out. However, my audio will not, and I will continue. Anyway, we have partnered up with Blue Chimps, and the official partnership will be set in stone as soon as contract is reviewed by our lawyers, and it is determined that Beta Creative and Peekaboos Universe will basically be able to continue operating safely with the terms and conditions that they have set forth. Upon signing that contract, we will start a whole new phase with Blue Chimps and bringing their community into ours, and there's a lot of fun things that are going to happen from that and a lot of fun things that are planned. Additionally, we have assigned a couple of a couple of moderators to host twice weekly Twitter Spaces. This is to improve the appearance over on Twitter. Obviously, this is something that the community has talked a lot about, and I've tried my best to be as active over on Twitter as I can as far as spaces go. Unfortunately, I quite literally sit on 9 to 10 calls throughout the day trying to figure out many different aspects, one of which might end up being a cold brew coffee line branded after the Peekaboos, and so on and so forth. We're constantly exploring different ideas, and we actually have different project ideas for Beta Creative that could actually directly link into Peekaboos Universe that would not just bring additional value to those projects, but additional value to the Peekaboos Universe project as well. So we're constantly coming up with ideas. We're constantly, or I won't say coming up, we're constantly refining ideas. We spent about 3 months prior to opening this server just brainstorming what all would be possible and coming up with the 5-year plan for Beta Creative. So all we're doing at this point is seeing exactly how it would plug in. Anyway, me and the team, okay, but me specifically right now because I'm the one speaking to you, I encourage everybody to continue having patience. I understand that it's been a while and we've been asking for it for a long time. But sometimes projects can take a little bit to get off the ground, especially when they're doing things in a different and new way. It's not always, like, change is not always appreciated by people. And we get that. We understood going into this that it was going to be a little bit challenging. And we hope you guys understand that too moving forward. And I hope this has been a rather conclusive update for you all. Of course, if you have further questions, please open tickets. Please send me a DM. Please, you guys don't have to resort to just blowing up in chat channels and just, walling off chat channels with concerns and stuff. Like, you can approach us with messages and try talking to us before hopping in and freaking out. Of course, if that's the route you choose to go, then that's the route you choose to go. Just know that the team is there to listen to you, and we hope that you will listen to reason as well. We understand that you guys feel very, very strongly about things. We additionally feel very strongly about things. Everybody's passionate about this. You guys have financial investment into this. We have financial investment into this. We are bent on making sure this succeeds for your benefit, for everybody's benefit altogether, but specifically the members of the community that have stuck with us and been so passionate, both maybe in a negative way and in a positive way. Because we do understand that the people that are upset are the people that are really or were really passionate about the project at one point or another, or currently are, and they're just wanting to see that respect and that support pay off. We get it. But just know, if you're hopping in the channels and you're walling it off and you're unwilling to listen to reason, then yes, it is possible that you will get a timeout. It is possible that you will get suspended from the Discord. It is possible. It's not because we're trying to silence you. It's because at some point or another, we can't just sit there and argue in a chat channel. That doesn't look good for anybody. So just bear that in mind. I have nothing against those of you that have wanted to speak up. Okay, and nothing against those of you that haven't wanted to listen to reason because you feel passionately. I just want everybody to be made aware that if it seems like we're responding a bit hostile, or if it seems like, or if you get upset and think we're trying to silence you because we've timed you out or something like that, I encourage you to just take a deep breath, look back at how the chat message went, and this is one reason I hate text messages, because they can always be misinterpreted. But just take a deep breath, look back at what happened, open a ticket, reach out to a staff member, let's talk about it. There's no reason any of us have to be at each other's throats. We are wanting to progress and move forward in a productive way, and we plan on putting action into things that will make that happen. Not just plan, we have been. It's just primarily been on the back end, and unfortunately the community can't always see that. But believe me, we're trying very, very hard. One other thing that was brought up this last week that I would really like to put into effect is the community brainstorming sessions. So most projects do an AMA where you ask me anything. That's really just like you guys asking us, hey, what's going on? What's with this utility? What's with that? And us giving you an answer. At some point, that gets old. I think what we need is community brainstorming sessions. So in place of AMAs, we will be doing community brainstorms where we basically be like, hey guys, so this is an opportunity that was dropped into our lap this week. This is what we think we could do with it. This is XYZ to what that process would look like. What do you think? What is your input? How do you think we could make this work? And going about it that way and building this as a community, because listen, again, this is not just our project, this is all of our project. We're not registered as a DAO because we couldn't make that work as a company, but it does not mean that we don't want your input and we won't utilize it moving forward. And my camera just died, so this is the part where no more video will come in. At the end of the day, guys, we are here to listen. We are here to build, grow, and do great things together. We know that you guys can see that, and we know that you have concerns that you want addressed. I just encourage everybody, for one, that there are different ways to do it other than walling off messages in chat channels, and we are more than happy to listen to you regardless. And honestly, just everybody, let's be happy moving forward, okay? Like, again, always willing to chat, always willing to fix an issue. We are a relatively strong project. If you think about it, each and every person that's in this Discord right now was brought here organically by word of mouth. We have not done invite competitions or anything like that. Everybody that's here read something, saw something they liked, and chose to join and have stayed because of that. Granted, a lot of you might be silent in the background, but that's the fact of the matter. We are a really strong community, and once things are back on track and running at full steam again, which we are hoping is very, very soon, and that is what we're pushing for. I'm not going to guarantee it because I don't want to be made a fool, but I am very confident in our team. I am very confident in myself. I know what we are doing on a day-to-day basis to push towards it, and I know what the community is doing on a day-to-day basis to help us get there. We are strong. We will succeed. We will positively disrupt. And trust me, Beta Creative, on its 5-year plan, will become one of the most known names in the space for trusted, incredible, and valuable projects. It's coming. That's what we want. That's what the community wants. It's going to happen. So anyway, I apologize to everyone for how long this update was. It was much needed, and I wanted to make sure there was as much detail there as possible. If you guys have any questions about things that I maybe didn't go into enough detail on in here, or just additional questions that I maybe didn't bring up the category for in this, please, again, feel free to reach out. You can reach out in chat channels, in ticket channels, or over DMs. Everything is open. We want to hear from you guys, and we are more than happy to have conversations with you all. So with that being said, I think I will cut this off. I feel like there's probably more I could say, but some of it might just be rambling on and repeating myself. So I will cut this off. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their day. I thank you all so much for hearing me out and being understanding with us so far. And I'm really, truthfully looking forward to what this project is going to do and what Beta Creative is going to do. And I hope you guys all are too. And if you're not, then I'm confident that we can win you back with everything that we are working on putting into motion. Other than that, Boos, have a fantastic day. Remain bullish. Stay awesome. We are fucking Peekaboos universe. We will positively disrupt. We will change this space. We will innovate. We will adapt. We will overcome all. Have a great night.